Everybody, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today is going to be my January no-buy update. So if you haven't seen my videos, this is your first one. I'm doing a no-buy for the entire year of 2019. So I am not buying any makeup, skincare, hair products, nail stuff, clothes, home accessories, etc., except for a few exceptions that I talked about in my intro video. So if you want to know more about that, then I'll leave that linked below. Let's make sure my camera's... I broke my camera, so I'm filming on my phone, which I'm going to have to save up and get a new camera. So, which I can write off as a business expense because I do use a camera to take pictures of my products for my business. So that'll be a small bonus, I guess. That would fit in the confines of my no-buy because it is for business. So, anyways. So I have a few notes that I have written down, just things to talk about so I don't ramble on and forget what I'm trying to say and leave stuff out. So, one thing that I've started, so I started the no-buy in the beginning of December, so it's going to go through the end of December of 2019. So, in the 1st of January, I started doing the 100 Days of Makeup. I tried this last year, the year before maybe, and I only got to like day 50, so I'm going to try it again this year. And I am on day 20 something. I got a little bit behind, but I talked about this in my my 100 Days of Makeup update, but I'm doing like 2 looks at once. So I have like this eye one day and the other eye the other day, which is not cheating, it's different makeup looks. So, you know, deal with it. But so as far as purchases, so in December I only bought stuff to make my planner, which I did put in my rules in the intro that I was going to need a planner, and I foolishly decided to make my own planner instead of just buying one, which costs a little bit more and took a lot of time, so I definitely would not recommend doing that. And this month I actually did not purchase anything. I didn't really need to repurchase anything, so I will need to repurchase a camera, but that's not going to be like this month. It's going to be a little while. I'll probably wait until the end of March, maybe like April, because I talked about this in another video too, but I'm going out of town for work for the majority of March. Like, maybe I might be back by like the end of March. I don't know for sure how long yet. They're taking a little while to get back to me on like the details. So yeah, so I am planning on buying some stuff though to get me through the end of March, because I really don't want to be buying stuff while I'm away, because there's not any stores around. Like, it's in the middle of nowhere. So they have a Walmart and like an Aldi, and that's about it. And I refuse to shop at Walmart, so yeah. So no purchases this month, so far so good. So total, for right now, the dollar amount that I spent is $30 because of the planner. And one thing that I did this month was I wrote down all of my categories that I'm going to allow myself to repurchase things from. Which these are mostly like beauty product things, so I don't get ahead of myself and like, oh, I use this up, I can repurchase it. But I only have certain categories that I can repurchase, so I'm going to tell you those. And if you don't want to hear all these, just skip ahead a little bit. So, and I put a star next to the ones that I know that I will probably need to at some point. A lot of the stuff I probably won't need to, but just in case, and I felt like writing it down. So, face primer. I will definitely probably need to repurchase that, which I don't know. I have this e.l.f. face primer and it's lasting forever. I feel like I had one before and it didn't last very long. So I don't know. And I'm using makeup every day pretty much because of the 100 Days of Makeup. And I have a backup of that. So I don't know. Maybe I need to repurchase a face primer. I don't know. And then foundation. I have separate categories for powder foundation and for liquid. So I know I'm not going to run out of liquid foundation. There's a small chance I'll run out of powder foundation. I might not even repurchase that because I don't use it that much anyways. And concealer. I have plenty of concealer to last me for like a million years. Under eye setting powder. I have quite a few of those. A matte, like a face powder. I have a few. I go through those pretty quickly though. I have one that's like on its last legs right now, and then I have a few that I've hit pan on. So there's a very, very slim chance that I'll need to repurchase one toward the end of the year. Then bronzer, I'm not going to need to repurchase that. And then blush and highlighter, definitely not. and a brow pomade instead of buying brow pencils. So I use the Anastasia Dip Brow, and I've had the same pot for like at the bare minimum 2 years, maybe 3 years. It's not going anywhere. It's not even halfway used up, and I use it pretty much every day now instead of a pencil because pencils get used up really quick. And the pencils that I like to use are between $5 and $10, and they don't last more than maybe a month. But the Dip Brow is only $20, 22 I think, unless they raise the price. And then it's been going forever, so I'm definitely going to stick with the brow pomade because it's cheaper, and I don't find it any faster to use a pencil either. Eyeshadow primer. Eyeshadow primers are like infinite, so I'll not need one of those. Liquid liner and black pencil liner. I don't know. I don't use liner hardly much at all. If you follow me on Instagram and you see my looks, I've done like maybe 1 or 2 looks that have a liner. I just don't like it. And mascara. I have a few backups, so I may not need a mascara. And I have matte setting spray or dewy setting spray. So I will definitely need the matte setting spray first. It's getting pretty low. I can see it on my desk. That's what I'm looking at. And then I like using, well, I shouldn't have put matte. I should put like just a normal setting spray and then a dewy one. I have a matte setting spray that I'm working on now, and I can't use it on top of my makeup because it leaves like white spots, and then it kind of enhances my like peach fuzz. It looks really weird, so I don't use it. I just use it before I do my makeup, before I put on primer and stuff, and it'll help to control oil throughout the day. But I'm not going to buy a new one because I don't really like it for that. I can just use powder and it achieves the same purpose. And then lip balm. So I'm probably not going to run out of lip balm. I have quite a few backups. And then now on to skincare. So my cellar water, I will probably need. I don't use makeup wipes anymore. I do have a few packs in my back stock that I'm just going to save for when I go away for work, so I don't have to worry about my cellar water. But I'm going to continue to repurchase my cellar water in lieu of makeup wipes just because it's more eco-friendly. And then if you buy the Pacifica ones, you can send them back for recycling, so you don't have to throw it away. And I actually make and sell, shameless plug, unless you're on a no-buy, then close your ears for a second. But if you're looking for an alternative to cotton, like disposable makeup remover things or whatever you use a cotton pad for, just not nail polish. But I do make and sell reusable cotton, like washable cotton rounds. So I always have a link to my Etsy shop down below. If you're curious, definitely check those out. And I've used them like even before I made my own. I used some from like another brand, and I don't miss the disposable ones because they kind of fall apart, or they don't help. What I'm trying to say, they aren't sufficient. You have to use a whole bunch of them if you want to take off your whole face. But I can take off my whole face if I'm wearing like a lighter foundation. I can take off my whole face and make up with one of my rounds. But if I'm using like a really heavy, like the Kat Von D foundation or something, then I'll need 2. But that's a lot more economical than buying and throwing away the disposable ones. The next thing is cleanser. So cleanser lasts me a long time, but I'm not sure. I'll probably repurchase one just in case before I go on the trip, because I mean cleanser is something I'm going to use anyways, so it's not like I'm buying extra lipstick that I'm going to not use up, you know what I mean? And then toner, I use the Pixie Glow Tonic. I really love that one, and it's less than halfway now, so I might have to repurchase that soon. And I'm going to go on Target, because Target's website, it has like the giant bottles of it, because like in the store you can only get the little tiny like 3-4 ounce one. And then the chemical exfoliant mask. So I use the Derma E Overnight treatment. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically kind of the similar concept to the Glow Tonic, where it dissolves your dead skin cells, but it has AHA, and it's like an exfoliant, but you don't have to scrub, so it's a lot better for your skin than scrubbing it. And then a charcoal mask. I have one going now, and I use those in the summer because I've tried to use them in the winter and it burns my face because it's like too drying. So in the summer when I get oily, I'll use those more. And then daytime SPF moisturizer. Those last me a long time too because I don't go outside. And then regular daytime slash summer moisturizer. So that one is going to be just like a plain face moisturizer without SPF, because I wouldn't use, like, for my nighttime moisturizer, I don't need a heavy one in the summer like I do in the winter, so I'll have like a lighter weight one. And the next category is a night cream slash lotion, which I'm going to repurchase the Derma E Vitamin E cream. It is the best. It saved my skin for the past 2 winters because it's so hydrating. And then an acne spot treatment. So I don't get nearly as much acne as I used to. I don't really need to use spot treatment that much. I do have one going, but just in case it runs out or something, then I will allow myself to repurchase one. And then an eye cream. So I use the Derma E eye cream. Eye creams take a long time to use up because you only use a tiny bit, so I probably won't need to repurchase that, but just in case. Right now on to hair products. So I have regular shampoo on here, so I would use that for just normal washing. I wash my hair every week to week and a half, just whenever it starts to feel oily and dry shampoo doesn't work anymore. It does get to that point where dry shampoo does not work anymore. So I would repurchase like a regular shampoo. I use a Pacifica one that's the Strong and Long or something, and it works fine. And then a clarifying shampoo. So I use a clarifying shampoo if I am noticing that I get a lot of dry shampoo buildup in my hair, then I'll use that to get it out. I don't use those like more than once a month probably. But I also use clarifying shampoo to mix with bleach for my hair, which I'll talk about in a second. It just dilutes it, and you use it while your hair is wet, so it's not as harsh. It doesn't completely fry your hair, which is the only thing that saved my hair when I bleached it. And dry shampoo, so I use the Lush No Drought, and it lasts a really long time. It's not an aerosol, it's just a bottle of powder, and it lasts a lot longer than the aerosol one, and it's better for the environment. And then conditioner, I actually don't condition my hair as much as I probably should because I wash my hair in cold water, and conditioner doesn't really wash out in cold water. And then hair bleach and hair dye. So I am going to repurchase bleach here pretty soon, and I have to see how much hair dye I have left. I'm going to go back to like the orangey pink instead of just plain orange. And then hairspray, which I will not probably need to repurchase. I rarely ever use hairspray. And then body wash and hand lotion. So I have a really big bottle of body wash, so I probably won't need to repurchase that. And then hand lotion, I see this one is, I should have clarified that one, because I have some like little travel size ones that I keep in my pocket at work, just so I can do it on the go. I don't have to go back to my locker just if I need lotion. And that's what saves my nails too, because I work with a lot of cardboard and stuff and fabric, and so it dries out my nails, so I need to have lotion constantly. But at the same time, I don't want to repurchase a lotion if I have suitable alternatives, but the body lotions that I have are not good for hand lotion, like especially when I'm working, because it doesn't soak in. So I don't know about that. I might have to make a separate thing for that. And then some other stuff like clothing. So I'm allowed to repurchase a bra if I'm down to one. Like if I think I have 3, maybe, I don't remember. But if like they break or the underwear starts popping out or something, then I can buy another one. And then underwear, I have to be down to 7 pairs of underwear, which I have a lot more than that, so it won't be a problem, I don't think. And then these 2 things that don't really count, I probably need to buy them pretty soon anyways, is deodorant and toothpaste. I need to repurchase a new deodorant because mine's on this last leg and it's like come loose from the base thing that twists it up, so it keeps falling out every time I use it. And then toothpaste, so I mentioned in a couple videos ago, maybe like a month ago or so, that I bought toothpaste and I lost it. I still haven't found it. But my brother had an extra tube of the cinnamon crest, which is not cruelty free, but it's there. I'm going to use it. But cinnamon irritates my mouth, so I need to find a new one or buy one ASAP. I just keep forgetting until I have to brush my teeth and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Alright, those are my categories, so I just ramble on for a long time about all that. And then now what I'm going to do every month is a challenge or a goal for you for next month if you're doing a no-buy. So this month's challenge is going to be to find something to occupy yourself instead of window shopping or something that you would normally do. maybe find a healthy, free-ish habit, like making yourself a cleaning schedule and starting to clean your house more, which is beneficial. And or to read books. You can go to the library and get books for free unless you don't return them on time. And then or maybe you have like a long lost hobby that you still have supplies sitting around for. I know I crochet a lot and I have a lot of yarn, and I don't ever need to say that I'm bored because I have so much yarn to use up. And then also another challenge for this month is to write down your categories like I did, so you don't get off track or like create loopholes for yourself. Right, that was it for my no buy update. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your month went. I feel like January lasted for 1.5 million years. They say 30 days had September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except January, which has like 795. So I kept thinking that it was February for the longest time. Someone posted on Twitter that like they couldn't believe it was still January. I was like, wait a minute, it is still January. But hopefully February goes a little bit faster. I'm looking forward to that trip for work, and also not looking forward to February because I have to start prepping and get my business stuff in order before then, and pre-film and all that stuff. So it's gonna be busy in February. If you didn't see my channel update video, I'm gonna be gone for most of March, so I'm gonna pre-film at least 2 videos a week for while I'm gone, just like non-time sensitive stuff. Like I'll probably do a shop my stash before I leave, and then I'll show you like what I brought with me for that whole time. Then I'll do like tip videos or like makeup looks or something for the rest of the time, and then it'll be back to normal at the end of March. And also thank you to everyone who has subscribed because of my no buy. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first one, again, hello, my name is Abby, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.